Welcome, everyone, to another edition of G.T.E Professional Network Podcast. I'm your host again, Ed Peterson. Today's date, ladies and gentlemen, is May 27, 2025. As we close out this month of May, this is the last week of the month, as we talk about our growth series for the month of May and what we're here to do to help entrepreneurs, churches, and nonprofit organizations how to build and grow their network utilizing their website as a marketing tool in the area where you do business, no matter where you are in the country, ladies and gentlemen, no matter what city and state you're in. Your goal is to build your network, build your business on a mass scale. And the only way to do that, ladies and gentlemen, is to have an interactive website, and you must do your marketing campaigns, and your content has to be all together. And I'm super excited because we're able to talk about this on our Tuesday's edition of our podcast as we share information that's going to be beneficial and helpful to you, so that way you can follow some of these trends and some of these tools and techniques that we share, so that way you can build and grow your network. It's all about you incorporated, how you're building your business, how you're reaching your target market on a consistent basis, and what feedback are you getting from your end users, your customers, your suppliers, and the people that you interact and do business with. No matter if you do B2B, business to business, or B2C, business to customers, your goal is to reach them on a regular, consistent basis. So I've been asked a lot of inquiries on my website, which you guys can go to my website if you have any questions or inquiries, to globaltouchenterprise.net. And you can also like and subscribe my YouTube channel here. And we basically are sharing information that's relevant in the marketplace. The technologies, of course, have changed and shifted since the pandemic, since 2020. We've been also talking about how can we interactively work our businesses utilizing these tools of technology that we have at our disposal today. And how can we relevantly operate it and work it that's going to be meaningful to what I'm doing on a consistent basis. Well, my inquiries that I've gotten, I want to thank everybody for doing that, first and foremost. All you guys, entrepreneurs who've been on my website, submitting that on my form on the website, as I was talking and teaching you guys about your form as a database, creating that and making sure that you follow up with them on a consistent basis in a time frame that's convenient and relevant, so you can continue to interact with them on what their needs are. And the goal is in the marketplace, of course, as servant leaders, is to basically solve a problem, supply a need, and help them get what they want also in the marketplace, since we satisfy three things anyway, is what people want, need, and can afford. And the main topics that I've been getting lately, ladies and gentlemen, on my inquiries from my website is basically the future of e-commerce trends and what to watch for in 2025, this year. Well, we're in the second quarter of the new year, and we're getting ready to continue the second quarter as we move into the month of June, the summer month, as we really begin to pick up the pace. Now, as a business owner, ladies and gentlemen, your marketing campaign should be up to par, and your inventory as an e-commerce website should be up to date. And what to look for in 2025, the trends? Well, we talk about the e-commerce is expected to be driven by hyper-personalization, AI-powered experiences, and a focus on customer experience. And the key to that is your customer experience. How easy it is for them to navigate and order on your website, online. Now, I'm going to go over some of these trends that's going to be technologically in place today. If you want to keep up with what's going on in your business and you want to be up to date with your business, with the latest technology, with the latest trends. And moving forward, you want to stay on top of this as you reach your target market and your end users, and you're getting feedback from your customers on a regular basis. And so sustainability will become increasingly important today. And social commerce, omni-channel, and voice commerce will continue to gain traction. And when we talk about social commerce, you notice that everybody can order on social platforms now. You got TikTok, you got Facebook, you got Instagram, You have fan base. You have a lot of different platforms here that you can do social commerce. Your omni-channel, and then we talk about voice commerce, which we're going to go into that too. So let's look at the key trends to watch today. If you're an entrepreneur and you have an online business and you have an e-commerce website, now this is the topic that we're talking about, the future of e-commerce trends and what to watch for in 2025. And so we talk about the AI-powered personalization. AI algorithms will be used to analyze customer data and create highly personalized shopping experiences, including tailored products, recommendations, and marketing campaigns that you're going to consistently run on a regular daily basis. Now, if you're not running marketing campaigns in your e-commerce business, then you're slow to get the idea of what's really happening today. And you need to catch up. This is like a bullet train. It's going to move fast. And so when you talk about that, we want to kind of get people to understand that when you talk about the AI-powered personalization, this topic, everybody's utilizing AIs in their businesses as an e-commerce business, as an entrepreneur. And if you're selling products online, no matter what type of product you're selling, you want to make sure that it's going to be customized to your customers and that you're going to reach out to them in your marketing efforts and your campaigns that you run regularly so you can gain more visibility of your website. Your website is going to be the one-stop shop, the place to go, the main course meal for them to go in and get what they like off the website. And guess what? It blows you up even bigger and faster, and then you become a household name. Internationally speaking, globally speaking, and locally speaking, because you're building your businesses on three levels, ladies and gentlemen: locally, nationally, and then internationally. You see. So let's talk about the social commerce section. This is another trend to watch. Now, when I talk about social commerce, when I'm building websites, because again, Global Touch Enterprise, we're a web design and marketing company based here in Houston, Texas. And I've been doing web design and marketing, ladies and gentlemen, for the past 17 plus years. And so as it begins to continue to evolve, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry that I'm in. I can make multiple millions doing this regularly, consistently, and effortlessly because, again, it is something that I deal with because my target market is startup companies. And I work with churches and nonprofit organizations as well to do their marketing campaigns, which we call cause marketing for that section. And then for those who are for-profit, we have e-commerce businesses that we can run if you're selling the product. Now, if you're a service business, which is considered a product too as well because you're providing a service in the marketplace, you can run campaigns as well. But your social commerce side is going to be more impactful today if you know how to use it. So let's talk about the social commerce. We're talking about platforms like TikTok, Instagram, Shop. We got Facebook Marketplace. Will continue to grow in popular shopping destinations. And we're having more added as we grow, you see. So whatever platform you prefer to market toward or use, Facebook Marketplace is taking off. Of course, Instagram Shop is big. And we got TikTok Shop. Everybody's on TikTok shopping. So whatever platform you decide to use as a business owner, if you have an e-commerce business, you want to put those products to use there. And you want to grow your audience there as well. They have millions of subscribers, millions of people on that platform, on their platforms. So guess what? As I was sharing earlier, I'm in $1 billion industry. I can make millions of dollars in this industry, being that I'm more effective in educating entrepreneurs because I'm doing B2B, business to business, and I can also do B2C, business to customers, because with the customer side of it, if they want to host an event for family, times and things that they want to host their way, I can create a site for that. And they can promote that for family reunions and things of that nature. Weddings, yeah, I can do websites for that. A simple landing page website for those as well. So I can do B2C as well. So On the social commerce side, if you have selected one of those social platforms to market your products to, you're doing a good thing. If you're not there, you need to get there. This is growing exponentially as you see it. You got other companies out there like Temu and all of them on social platforms selling products on those social platforms. You can do the same thing. So let's talk about the omni-channel. This is the next trend to watch and look out for. So seamless integration of online and offline channels will be crucial for creating a unified customer experience. Again, omni-channel, meaning that it's online and offline channels that you're going to be promoting, will be crucial for creating a unified customer experience. So it's a seamless integration that you're doing. Online, which is 24/7. Offline, meaning that you're doing it in the general communities that you are, that you're serving in, that you're working out of, and that you're sending out information to them via your marketing materials, whether you have a flyer, a brochure, or whatever, in the marketplace that you're handing out, or that you're creating events in the community or workshops in the community to educate people on, and they gather around for that particular event at a particular location. This is offline. So your omni-channel, you need to have an omni-channel, which is 2 different sections that you need to be growing your business in. Same principle, if you are a brick and mortar location and yet don't have a website, you need to get one. You need a website today, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're a brick and mortar location and do have a website, that's omni-channel. You basically have an online business where you're promoting your product and service online, and then offline, you have your brick and mortar location where people can go visit and check you out at a physical location. Google Maps have updated the system so that way we can map locations quicker and faster, and then you can be listed on Google Maps as a location for your business if you have a brick and mortar location. And also it shows your website where people can go to and click on and purchase. And now that's your omni-channel that you want to consistently have, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to building your business, offline as well as online. And you want to do both. You can't have one or the other. You got to have both today. And the next trend to watch is sustainability. Consumers are increasingly seeking sustainable products and packaging, driving businesses to adopt eco-friendly practices, meaning that it's safe, that is something that they can get to without the drama, without the tediousness. And again, I say this all the time, I'm going to say it again. We are a society of convenience, and we're solving problems in the marketplace that people want, need, and can afford. And we're making sure that we drive home the traffic so people can get the education of to what we do in the marketplace, educating them and letting them know how seamless it will be to deal with us versus what our competitors are doing or not doing. You want to be unique. You want to be different in the marketplace. You don't want to be like everybody else. Observe the masses, do the opposite. I don't know where I got that from. Anyway, so we can continue this trend of looking it up. And as an e-commerce business, ladies and gentlemen, you should be moving your inventory consistently. If you're seasonal and you are by the seasons in the clothing markets, in the retail industry, they move their inventory merchandise all the time. And then you're promoting as part of the 5 P's of marketing. When we're talking about the people, the product, the price, the place, and the promotion, what promotions are you running consistently on a regular weekly basis? And is it interactive enough where you're getting feedback from the purchasers? And are you sending out information to them consistently? So we talk about sustainability. Now, the next trend, ladies and gentlemen, is talking about mobile commerce. This is a big one. When I say this is a big one, this is a big one. Mobile commerce today has grown so exponential. Companies pay millions of dollars consistently to make sure that their products and services are visible, easy to access, easy to do transactions on the mobile device. We have apps now, mobile apps. Companies are creating that like clockwork. If you don't have a mobile app, when you get big enough, you can get a mobile app. It's pretty costly, but it's worth it if you consistently turning the pages of training up like ideas and creating concepts, and you have clothing opportunities or whatever you're selling online, jewelry, whatever that may be, that you have the trends of updating and keeping the customers up to date on the next new thing that you got coming out in the marketplace. And so with the mobile commerce section, and why I say this is a big one, is because people are using their cell phones like clockwork now. And of course, Apple, Samsung, and Motorola have created devices where it's more user-friendly. So you can basically shop till you drop. And people are doing this 24/7. This is why e-commerce sites or having a website, ladies and gentlemen, is vitally important. And that you want to stay consistent with that and update your website consistently. As the seasons change, as the technology change, so should your website. Your content, your inventory, your message, your brand. And if you have videos on your website, on your e-commerce site, you want to post that and showcase that on social media. But let's talk about the mobile commerce side and why I say this is a big one. Because mobile shopping will continue to be the dominant force in 2025 and beyond. With experts predicting over 70% of e-commerce sales occurring on mobile devices. Notice that on the analytics side for Google, they're tracking that. Your website is tracking also mobile purchases. Purchases that's made off of mobile cell phones. And so if it's keeping an analytic attraction of that, you as the business owner should be promoting things on a mobile side more than ever. SMS messaging, mobile commerce, you can send things out to you. Notice you're getting that anyway. How do we get that, Ed? How do we get to that level? By creating from your website and sending out information via text. You can do videos of voice. And that goes into our next trend, voice commerce. Now, this one right here, I'm going to say this because we talk about using AI for just about everything we do today. And how can it be more effective? Utilizing AI in my business as a business owner, as an entrepreneur. You want to use the latest technology. These are all tools, though, ladies and gentlemen. Please believe when I say we are building uniquely, we are building uniquely. Because these tools is what's going to basically collapse the time frames and move us a lot faster than we did 10, 15 years ago. And so we have to stay up to date. I know it's hard and people don't like to read and people don't like to study. People don't like to do these things, but you have to. If you want to stay in the cutting edge, if you want to stay at the top, you have to do what's necessary to grow, to build, to be effective. And by me sharing these thoughts with you, ladies and gentlemen, today, this is what I'm talking about. We need to help each other grow. The PHP effect, people helping people in our communities, no matter where you are in the country or what city and state you're in. We're all needing to work together, help each other grow, and build up our young people so they can learn as they get older on how to be effective in the marketplace themselves. And there's no turning back the clock on technology or education or anything that we know today. From NASA on down, from Einstein on down, when he moved and lived in New York City, when he moved to this country, Einstein taught a lot of us. And to be relative about it, we must understand that it's a consistent growth effort, that we all have to put in the work in order to grow the way we need to grow and understand what's relevant in the marketplace today. So that way we can continue to build on a platform that we set up as wise master builders, as God give it to us. We're giving it and sharing it in the marketplace. So let's talk about the voice commerce. Man, as I begin to understand these things that I'm educating myself on, I'm beginning to understand the relevancy of communication, how we communicate with one another, how we talk to one another, how we educate one another, and how we grow with one another with the words that we use. And as the Bible put it, you don't want to be hung by the tongue. What you speak about, you do bring about. And you have to put some action into the words you speak, and you have to have faith to believe that you're able and capable, because we're all gifted. God has blessed all of us with gifts and talents. So we have to utilize these things so we can continue to grow and help others as we help ourselves. So let's talk about the voice commerce side. Voice search and voice assistance will be increasingly used for shopping, allowing customers to browse and purchase products using voice commands. Your cell phone does this anyway. I can say that if I have an iPhone, which I do, and I also have an Android device by Motorola. So on my iPhone, I can just say, "Hey Siri, please look up the next town from Houston."
Okay, I found this on the web for please look up the next town from Houston. Check it out.
So you see what I'm saying? And on the Motorola side, I can just say, "Okay, Google," because Google owns the software to all the Android devices. Why do you think they're $1 trillion, ladies and gentlemen, in the United States, in California, Silicon Valley? Why do you think they have all of this technology? But to the end users, to the entrepreneurs who knows how to utilize these tools to build with properly, will gain massive income levels that has never been seen before. And that's right. But you get a chance to adopt this. And I come from manufacturing, working from Zenith to Motorola to Hewlett Packard in Chicago, where I'm from up north. The manufacturers set the tone in the marketplace anyway, bar none. The retailers are nothing but distributors for the manufacturers. That's why I liken my business, Global Touch Enterprise, as like a Procter & Gamble. Procter & Gamble, or P&G, owns all the manufacturers in the consumer product industry that we use today. But they own them. All the manufacturers. Why do you think they're $1 trillion company? So you can gain mass success based on how you're branding yourself and marketing yourself, utilizing these new trends or trends that's effective here in 2025. Voice command. We can do this. The voice search, voice assistant today, our cars are even talking. It's been talking. Now, I'm gonna say this because I was at an elementary school for Career Day at Ridgewood Elementary here in Houston, and they were talking. I was talking to the young people about the technology today, and most of the kids from K-5 to 5th grade knew this. It was interesting. It's unfortunate that they had to fire all the tech people at the school systems, which I think is it's a ripoff. It's a robbery. It's a highway robbery. and they need their butts whooped because of the fact that they did that. I'm talking about the officials. So we have to have people that have businesses in the technological to go into the schools to talk to the kids about technology. The majority of them are already familiar with it and are already working in it. When I told them I had a YouTube channel, they're like, oh, I'm on YouTube. I watch YouTube, because they have a kids section for YouTube. TikTok, they're on TikTok. I told them about Twitch, which they have the podcast version of Twitch. I told them I have an account with them too. And, and then I got Fanbase, which is by my brother Isaac Hayes III. So Fanbase, which is another social media platform. He's based out of Atlanta, Georgia. But it's a way we can create and generate and make income on content. And one of the kids asked me, hey, can we make money on this? I said, yes, you can. As a content creator, you can make money online. And this is what everybody's driving toward now. How do I make money online as a content creator? Create your own content. Make it plain, making sure it's educational and entertaining so people can come to you and draw from you what you're giving. Okay. So we talk about the voice command. So voice commerce is another faction that we can add as a trend in our e-commerce business from our websites. How? Basically, by continuing having information submitted where they can basically search for you and get the assistance, because Google already set that platform up. Matter of fact, they were the first ones to do it. If you see that little microphone, when you go to the search box, you see the microphone on the right corner of that side of that box, you can just tap that and then you can talk and ask a question, tell it. And it'll pull up websites, e-commerce sites, toward the section of what you're looking for. If I'm looking for the next Michael Jordan shoes, Nike, it's going to pull me up a list of companies that sell it. By talking to it, say, okay, Google, find me the next Nike store that will have the next Michael Jordan, whatever. And it'll pull it up. That's voice command, the voice search. And Google provides that. Voice search. You ain't got to type no more. You can just talk. Very convenient, huh? Yes. Again, we are a society, ladies and gentlemen, in America, convenience. So let's talk about the AR and VR, augmented reality and virtual reality. Oh, ooh. When you talk about AR and VRs, everybody will be like, okay, what's going on? Will be used to enhance the shopping experience, allowing customers to visualize products in the real world environment. Now, I think we've kind of taken this to another level with the AR and VRs. I got people that have drones. They're doing that. I got companies that we build websites for that have a drone business and they want to sell drones. And they want to use that. And you can use that for surveying. You can use that for land, whatever you want to do. But you have to be on the commercial side. You got to be licensed to do so. You can't be just droning and taking snapshots of people's homes and all that without having approval. The city don't play that. So, but at the end of the day, you want to look at how can I be on that level? It's a shopping experience on the augmented reality. Look at the virtual homes now we can go into. And we can go there if we're looking at a particular house. Or shopping experiences, we can do a virtual reality of that. And augmented reality of saying that it looks like we're in the real world, but we really, it's something we've created and our minds capture it and think it's the real deal. But it is. In a sense, it is. But how many people are buying these virtual goggles now? How many people are into that? Are you into it? Do you like it? Is it something that you can add to your business? Who knows? But that's another trend, believe it or not. So we talk about subscription models, which is the next trend. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm about to share about this piece of the puzzle, because we're putting this puzzle together as an entrepreneur, as a business, we're all putting these puzzles together. We're putting it piece by piece so that way we can grow and it'll come out to a beautiful picture or tapestry of what we want it to be. So subscriptions have always been, since the pandemic, it has really kind of grown exponential. It has this curve that went down a little bit, but then it picks itself back up and it kind of tapers off. But as we gliding through technology today, and we're gliding through getting people to subscribe to our channels, to our websites, and if you have a subscription on your website as an e-commerce site, and people can subscribe to get more information about your company, your business, or the products and services that you're providing, then you want to have that model set. This also gives you to create a database. It's creating a database. You have all of these now end users who fill out the form on your website, and you can basically talk to them and send them out information that's relevant to what their inquiries are. And what they purchased from you before, as the pattern goes, these are where the analytics come in at. You can see the trends of what people are buying and purchasing off your website. You can send out information to enhance it to even grow more traction and get more volume out of that group. It's endless. All I can say is endless. So subscription services will become more flexible and personalized, offering curated boxes, wellness plans, and exclusive access to products. Yeah, exclusive access to products. And if you have it where people on your website can log in and have their own shopping experience, just like how the millionaires do or celebrities do when they go into a clothing store of their choosing and they shut the whole thing down. Nobody else is in there but them. So it's exclusive to them. And when a celebrity goes into a shopping experience like that, they have that privilege, then you want to be the same one on an e-commerce side. Give your end users, the ones who are actually committed to your business, to have them exclusively purchasing by them logging in and going into the shopping experience as an exclusive customer. That's big. That's huge. That also says to them that you value their purchases and you made it exclusive to them to basically have their login to log in and shop. And you can give them special deals and discounts that they normally wouldn't get if they was just outside of that. So you have a lot of opportunities here, ladies and gentlemen. And I mean a lot of opportunities. Last but not least, we talk about payment options. The future e-commerce trends and what to watch for in 2025 is payment options. This is vitally important as well. One of the most important things, if you want to have a payment system for customers to purchase your items online. It has to be convenient and flexible. Payment options will be essential for attracting and retaining your customers. If you have a payment system that's difficult, you're not going to be in business long doing that. People are using so many different options now. We got PayPal. We have a lot of different payment options you can use on your website. Shopify, you can use that if they have their system. Everybody has their own system. Your bank has its system if you want to use your bank directly to your bank. But you have a lot of different platforms that you can use. You got Cash App, you got Vmove, you got a lot of different options here. But what's suitable for you based on the volume, based on the security of the payment processing that is necessary for you to keep your customers' privately information secure. And because I come from that industry working for Telecheck, doing electronic fund transfers, e-commerce securities are greatly needed. And this is where the SSL come into play, secure socket layer, that we provide to our customers when we go to our websites if we're selling something online to let them know that it's secure. So when you see that little lock at the browser at the top, that means that it's secure. If you don't see that lock, don't purchase, don't do it. My suggestion to everybody, if you don't want to get scammed and you don't want to get taken advantage of, never use your bank card. Use a prepaid card. You load it up with whatever you want to put on there, and what's on it, that's all they can get. So prepaid cards are good. Now, most companies have gift cards, which you can do. E-gift cards you can use too as well. So you want to basically put all that together and have something for them so that way they can basically shop till they drop. Now, inbound and outbound you can use. So if you think about it, for the gift card section, if you have that, that would be something you want to reward your customers to have. And gift cards are still popular today. Don't get it twisted. They're still popular. So on the e-gift cards, you can use that. So it's up to you. So make sure your payment option, again, is convenient and flexible so you can keep your customers engaged and retain your customers that make purchases for them because you made it easy and flexible for them to make a purchase. And when you're doing the mobile commerce side, this is where the mobile commerce side come in at, they're going to be using their phones to make the payment anyway while they're on the go. Think about that. Make it convenient for them and flexible. The last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, my last topic, a trend for the day, as we continue to talk about this, is the 5G technology. Hey, when the cell phones went 5G, the whole industry in wireless went 5G. That set the tone now. And pretty soon we'll be going into 6G. And so forth and so on as the times continue to evolve. Technology is moving, ladies and gentlemen, with or without you. So you want to keep up with the times, with the technology, with what's happening in the marketplace. So the rollout of 5G will enable faster and more reliable internet connections, improving website loading and times and streaming speeds. Notice how fast your mobile phone works now? Whether you have an iPhone, a Samsung, or a Motorola. 5G is 5G if you have AT&T or Verizon Wireless, which is the only two U.S. carriers we have in the United States. AT&T and Verizon, they're the oldest ones. They've been around since 1983. But Verizon is the number one network in the country because they went wireless first. AT&T owned all the landlines when we did all the home phones back in the day. How many people got a home phone today? It's digital now, if you have a home phone. And if you have an office phone, it's definitely digital. So you see how we have transformed everything from one section to another section. So 5G technology has evolved to this level where it's more reliable and faster than it was before. When we had 4G and 3G, we got rid of in the United States. That's why the countries can't use their devices in our country, is because of the fact that that's old technology that they're still running that we don't run here in the United States anymore. Technology is going to continue to evolve. And coming from manufacturing, this is the level that we're at. So now you got the cusp of the future of the e-commerce trends and what to watch for in 2025. And then as we continue to evolve, we're in the second quarter of the year, moving into the third quarter, where do you want to be? And then to the fourth quarter, where do you want to end the year? How do you want to end your year of 2025, moving into 2026? So you have to make the decisions now, and you have to move now. You got to take out all massive action now. All out massive action now. That's the key. You can't wait. You got to do it now. So I want to thank you all for this opportunity to share with you on this luxurious day of Tuesday and this informative day of Tuesday as we continue to educate and uplift all of our entrepreneurs, churches, and nonprofit organizations how to build and grow their network in the area where they do business, utilizing their websites as a marketing tool and understanding the trends that you have to follow today if you want to stay relevant in the marketplace. So I want to thank you all for this opportunity. You can always check us out on our website. Again, fill out the forms. Keep doing it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm super excited when I get the information and I get a chance to reply and respond to you in reference to that. So go to my website at globaltouchenterprise.net, fill out the form, and let me get back with you in reference to that. Now, we also do website reviews, and we also help you out as far as guiding you as to what's necessary that you're going to need in the marketplace. If you will continue on to grow, growth is the most important commodity on the planet, is growth. Without that, we're just existing, we're not living. So let's go out here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get out there and help as many as we can help and grow as much as we can by us continuing educating ourselves and continue to growing with the trends of what's happening in the marketplace. With that, you guys have a great afternoon. Keep the building the dream and keep the faith. And we'll see you again on Thursday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll be talking about another trend for our closeout for the month of May 2025, since we continue our growth series through June and throughout the rest of this year. So check us out. I also have a workshop coming up if you're locally here in Houston at 2600 South Gessner. So check me out, get a chance to see everything that we do. And we'll be hosting and posting this on my website as well. So until then, y'all guys have a great afternoon and keep building the dream.